Have you ever noticed how the least skilled people are often the most confident? Or how true experts tend to doubt themselves? There's a scientific explanation for this, and it's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. The Dunning-Kruger effect is a cognitive bias, where people with low ability at a task overestimate their competence, while those with high ability tend to underestimate theirs. In simple terms, the less you know, the more confident you are. The more you actually know, the more you realize how much you don't know. In 1999, psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger conducted a series of experiments at Cornell University. They tested people on grammar, logic, and humor, then asked them to estimate how well they performed. The results were striking. People who scored in the bottom 12% estimated they were in the top 62%. They weren't just wrong, they were spectacularly wrong about their own abilities. Meanwhile, actual experts consistently underestimated their performance. They assumed tasks that were easy for them must be easy for everyone. Here's the cruel irony. To recognize how bad you are at something, you need the exact skills you lack. Imagine you're terrible at chess. You don't know the advanced strategies. You can't see multiple moves ahead, and you don't understand positional play. But because you lack this knowledge, you also can't recognize that you lack it. You think you're doing fine. This is why incompetent people don't realize they're incompetent. They literally don't have the mental tools to evaluate their own performance accurately. Experts, on the other hand, are painfully aware of the complexity of their field. They know what they don't know, which makes them more humble and cautious. You see this everywhere. The person who watched 3 YouTube videos thinks they're an expert on vaccines. The guy who read one article believes he can solve climate change. The new employee who's been there 2 weeks has all the answers. Social media has amplified this effect. Everyone with an internet connection feels qualified to have strong opinions on complex topics they've barely studied. The Dunning-Kruger effect also explains why constructive criticism is so hard to give. The people who'd need it most are the least likely to accept it, because they don't think they need improvement. So how do you avoid falling into this trap? Simple. Stay curious and humble. The moment you think you've mastered something, that's when you should dig deeper. Ask questions. Seek feedback from actual experts. Recognize that confidence is not the same as competence. Remember, the smartest people in any room are usually the ones asking questions, not the ones with all the answers. The Dunning-Kruger effect is a reminder that true wisdom starts with knowing what you don't know. Are you sure you're not affected by this? Let me know in the comments.